Everyone see this? Drop in the chat if you can see this screen and how you doing. I've got the chat up here now. So we got some Geraldton, New Zealand. We got people in from Perth, heaps of people from Perth. I just spent the last week there, so obviously I met a few of you fellas. Met Davey over there, awesome fella. Met Tony, did some breath work. We did some 9D somatic breath work together. That was freaking sensational. One of the best works I've ever done. New Zealand, Melbourne, Victoria. Jack's coming from Melbourne, Victoria, my home country. Good to see. So yeah, sorry about the delay, everyone. I had a few bit of a Zoom issue, which is technical difficulties, which is what we get these day and ages with the technology. But who cares? Let's crack on anyway. So what we'll do. Should have a person to help me with the attendees, but we'll crack in. So what we're going to do today is just go on the inside of what my personal opinion is and what my recommendation is to get you into 2024 the best way possible with three of the most powerful income streams I foresee being in 2024, because we know that inflation's rising, we know that interest rates are going up, we know everything costs more, and we understand that there's some funky shit going on in the universe and around the world causing some financial difficulties. So if you can get ahead of the system and get ahead of the game, you can put yourself in a position that you can really start to kill it. So we will have on here, hopefully we'll have a couple of special guests, which will be cool. Sean Peters, which is my mentor and coach at the moment, and also Austin Baines, who's running one of the most technological advanced and innovative companies that I've ever seen. And he'll get a little chance to talk about that today and go through that, which will be absolutely cool. Cool. All right, so we'll crack in from there. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if you're ready to go, if you're feeling good. Let's get the energy higher, because I've stuffed up the energy at the start because we're a bit late. So let's pump it up. So what we're going to go over this, the little overview of what we're going to cover, is we're going to pre-frame exactly what we're going to get out of this. It's good to know why we're doing things and why we're going to go through certain details so we can get the most out of it and absorb it and set our mind up to be most, ready for the information to accept it. So we'll go through that, the first income stream, the second income stream, the third income stream, and then we'll introduce the special guests, which will be Sean Peters and Austin Baines. Just making sure that we've got no one in the rating room, which doesn't seem to be. Oh, yeah, we do. Maintain with me there. Good, Joe. All right, so then we'll go through when will you start your 2024. So you don't want to start 2024 on the 1st of January like everyone does, or the first week in after you've got on the drink and celebrated, and then you're on the back foot and the momentum's actually going against you from the start. So if you can prepare yourself and get yourself ready now and launch your 2024 and what your goals and your future and what you want now, you're going to position yourself in a lot better standing to actually making that happen. Because if you get 1 week into the year and then you get 2 weeks into the year, and then you've kind of got yourself on the back foot. So who would like a little more cash, a little more freedom, and a few more options? I know some of the people in the chat have that already, and a lot of us probably want some more. So jump in the chat and let me know if that's you. Absolutely, Ryan, definitely. Heck yeah, Jack, 100%. So which one relates to you, which would be an extra $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $5,000 a month, whichever one is in your bracket, which will help you significantly or give you some, breath of air, what would that do for you? For me, an extra $5,000 a month would mean that I can put on more VAs, I can expand my business, I can travel more, see more people, set up more projects. It would absolutely advance my life, which is the reason why we're doing these three income streams. So put in the chat, let me know what $500 would do for you, if that's something that affects your life. I know Davey up here, he might need to We might need to bust that to 50 grand extra a month just to get it started.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. But tomorrow.
Oh, Joe's having a good time. Sean Peters, he's in the room. He will have a chat with us soon. Good to see you, brother. So we're just putting in the chat, what would any of these income streams do? Would extra $500 do you any good? $1,000 or $5,000? Personally, myself, $5,000, I would be very appreciative of that. $5,000 would help with kids and rent, 100%, brother, 100%. And it can definitely be a pretty easy option to get there. So we'll crack into this. So the first income stream, in my opinion, and what the number one income stream I basically used to be able to leave my job in the last few weeks, to have the confidence that I'm not going to be putting my wife or my kids in financial strife, and be able to travel to Perth like I did last week and put myself around people that are going to continually my advancement, my personal development, and my coaching. So these pictures on the right, don't worry about the craziness of the lines or that's technical analysis. This is trading. This is something you can learn. This is a skill set that you can develop and understand just how easy it is to use your monies and leverage your time to create, more financial freedom and more flexibility in the way you live your life. So just notice this 4.6% account gain. This was done in a week. So if you can imagine, if you put $1,000 down, you make 4%, there's $40 there. I'll quickly bring up the calculator and give you a bit of an insight. So if I have a $10,000 account and I'm risking 1% of my money, which you don't ever risk more than 1% unless you're a professional trader, and I make 4.6%, I've just made $460 in a week. So, and if you have a $100,000 account, $200,000 account, the money that you can make from trading in a very short period of time, and the way I do it is use this VEMA, which is the top left logo. By using that, I can set up the trade, put all my technical analysis in, which just means what we use to understand when we should get in low, sell, like buy low, sell high. That's the theory, right? And I could set that up, walk away from my screen, continue on my day, hang out with my family, do other jobs, and this can be just making me cash. So I just made 4.6 in a week. So that's pretty much 10% in 1 week. And then I'll show you a bit of compounding, why this gets me so excited and why this is so good in a minute. But the really good things around it, you can leverage your time. So as I said, you can spend more time with your family. While this is ticking over and making money, you can do other things, other businesses, or actually enjoying your life. You can make money while you sleep. A lot of these times, the trading happens in the American market, which means it happens between like midnight and 8 a.m. Australian time. So a lot of the times the big moves will happen when you're asleep. So I set this trade up and VEMA will action this trade while I'm asleep. So I'm making money sleeping. So I don't know any easier way to make money than sleeping, but sign me up to make money. So if you're sleeping and you're making cash, it's a pretty good bloody way to live. So I'm going to go and share this screen and show you a bit of the compounding calculator. Just let in some more people here. And show you just how cool compounding interest is and how this works. I'll just bring that up real quickly. Share this. So can everyone see that screen? Just chuck in the chat if you can see that. $1,000 would help me mortgage. Yeah, bloody oath. Just reading that message from Ryan there. So if you were to invest $1,000 into your trading account, and the one thing you want to do as a trader, whether it's a short-term trader or long-term trader or mid-term, is make 10% a month. It's really good for your psychology, so you're not chasing too much gains, so that you're not, FOMO and doing anything. Because when emotions are high, IQ is low. So you really want to make sure that you set a standard. 10% is freaking easy. As I said, we just made 10% in a week a few weeks ago. So if you were to invest $1,000, you make 10% a month, and you also compounding. So you're putting $200 a month into this account as well, because there's a bit of savings. And I can also show you how to make $200 extra a month through another process, which we'll go into further. But just have a look at this chart here. So you start off with $1,000, you're chucking in $200 in a month, which you don't really know anyway. $200 a month, you know, you just stop eating like fast food for a little bit and you'll have $200 extra a month. Because obviously $200 a month now doesn't go very far. But the first year, yeah, you've made $7,000. No one's going to be really excited about that. You're like, oh, yeah, good on you. But you can see how quickly the compounding works. So $27,000 in the second year, $90,000 in the third year. You've got yourself half a house in the fourth year. And I see this trading as an apprenticeship. So if you did 4-year apprenticeship as a chippy or a bricklayer or electrician, imagine just making an extra bonus of $289,000 at the end of the year, right? And as you go, you can see that quickly you're a millionaire within 5 to 6 years, and then it just goes ridiculous after that point. If you were to start with a higher percentage, say you were to start with $10,000 initially and just still use the $200 a month and just make 10% a month, you can see how ridiculous it gets so quick. And that's the power of compounding. If you're constantly just making 10% a month, not trying to get rich quick, not trying to fall for the scams that you will see on the internet and people trying to peddle, you can see you can be a millionaire in 4 years. Do your 4-year apprenticeship in trading, and then you're a millionaire. So that is one of the main income streams I see for 2024. We are going into it with regards to cryptocurrency. We are going into a potential bull run next year. And if you have a look in the past, if you don't know anything about cryptocurrency, the price of Bitcoin can, go 300%. It can double itself 3 times. So you can make a potential money. And then you have altcoins, which is just a smaller cap coins. It means there's less money in those coins. You can make thousands of percent. And as you will hear from Sean later, the amount of money that you can make through cryptocurrency doing these kinds of things is literally ludicrous. So I just wanted to show you that so you can understand just how effective this skill can be. And you can use this skill, obviously. I'm just going to reshare this other screen again. You can use this. You don't have to trade on daily every week and be at the computer. You can just use this skill to invest long term. Look at the charts once a month and know when the best entries are, so you can set yourself up for a 5-year investment. I'll just share the screen again. Can everyone see that screen? Good to go, good to go. Love the thumbs up, eh? Aussie thumbs up. All right, so yeah, I personally believe, a lot of other people will agree with me as well, that this is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. We at the moment run in a fiat system, a fiat-backed currency system, which just means that the US government is just making money. It's not actually worth anything. And we're only worth something because we can go to the shop and exchange money for it. The Australian dollar is actually, linked into the US dollar. So if that goes down, our currency will go down too. And the fiat currencies normally last about 100 years. And they also normally break after the Queen dies, which you all know that that's just happened recently. So there's a lot of indicators showing that this currency will have to break and change. And what my education and what my mentors and the people I'm with recommend is that it's going to go to a digital backed currency, whichever how that looks. Understanding financial markets and understanding cryptocurrency and digital assets, you're going to set yourself up ahead of a lot of people. As in when the internet first came about, everyone's like, oh, it's a fad. That's not going to go anywhere. But if you had have got on there straight away, you would have made yourself generational wealth. So I think this is the next best thing as well. So that's the first income stream. We'll go into a little bit more. So this trade here, this is another trade I did. It just goes to show you how quickly you can leverage your money. So I actually risked 10% on this, because that means I had less of my money on the exchange, so I risked more. I only risked 1%. So I made 10%, but it looks like I made 100%. So I made 10%. And I put that trade on the 10th. So in 3 days, I've made my 10% for the month. And as you know, if you make 10% every month for 6 years and you got that 10,000 initial investment, you're a millionaire, right? So it's pretty bloody cool. And this is just something that I